Secondary schools will begin reopening June 8 to facilitate final preparation for the sitting of the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate (CSEC) and Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination (CAPE. The refresher program for students will come to an end on July 3. Minister with Oversight for Education, Youth and Information, Carl Samuda, made the announcement during a recent digital press conference at the Office of the Prime Minister. The exams, originally set to begin on July 27, are now scheduled to get underway on July 13. Minister Samuda says the decision followed consultations with regional and local education stakeholders and the leadership of the Overseas Examinations Commission.
Students and teachers with comorbidities and special needs will not be required to come to school at this time. We are ensuring that they don't come to school, and so that there will be maximum in the protection mechanisms that we put in place. Teachers who may suffer from the same ailment will not have to come, certainly at this round of invigilation and so on, and assessment. And we will find replacements for them.
CAPE is set to end on July 31, while CSEC exams wrap up on August 4. The results are expected to be published in late September. Mr. Samuda says the ministry is putting measures in place to ensure physical distancing and transporting students to school. Meanwhile, placement announcements for the Primary Exit Profile (PEP) will be made on June 26, and classes for the new academic year begin on September 7. The Ministry of Health and Wellness commenced distribution of 2,000 KN95 masks this week to members of the public through its Everyone Counts campaign. The mass distribution campaign started at the Halfway Tree Transport Center. The KN95 masks were also distributed within other major transport hubs and town squares island-wide. It is part of the ministry's COVID-19 control efforts and comes in light of more Jamaicans returning to their physical workplaces.
More people are coming out. More people are going to go to work, more people using public transport system, and we just want to encourage persons to recognize that with freer movement, there's a greater risk of COVID, and so the mask wearing is very, very important.
Approximately 5,000 families occupying bauxite lands for several years are set to receive titles for those properties this year. Minister of Transport and Mining Robert Montego says government will use the power of vesting orders under the Bauxite and Alumina Industries Special Provisions Act to facilitate the process.
We have consulted with the Attorney General's chambers and have gotten the go-ahead to use the powers of vesting orders under the Bauxite and Alumina Industries Special Provision Act to assist. This, along with the recently passed amendment to the Special Provisions Act, will ensure that more titles are issued.
Minister Montego was making his contribution to the 2020-2021 sectoral debate in the House of Representatives on June 2. During his sectoral presentation, Minister Montego also announced that the deadline for the renewal of public passenger vehicle PPV licenses had been extended to the end of September. He said this is in light of the COVID-19 pandemic and urged persons to use the Transport Authority's free online payment mechanisms to renew their licenses.
Persons who are encouraged to renew online free of cost, while in-office renewal without an appointment will attract a $10,000 fee. We are encouraging people to renew online.
In addition, the police record requirement for renewals is waived for this year. Persons who wish to change the class of their license will be able to do so, except for Hackney carriage licenses in the Kingston Metropolitan Transport Region. In other news, the Department of Correctional Services (DCS) is moving closer towards being self-sufficient in food production. This is being supported by 2 new broiler units at the Tamarind Farm Adult Correctional Center and the purchase of an $11 million tractor. The new broiler units can house a total of 9,000 chickens, while the tractor will facilitate cultivation on approximately 70 acres of land.
This is a step in the direction of us feeding ourselves, because with this tractor, it signifies to the country that we're taking our capacity to feed ourselves more seriously. We have a duty of care to the inmates that are in our custody. We have to ensure that they get the appropriate levels of nutrition.
And finally, a call is being made for all Jamaicans to join the campaign against illegal dumping, as the country observes June 6 as National Solid Waste Day. The day is being observed under the theme Solid, Stamp Out Littering and Illegal Dumping. It forms part of National Environmental Awareness Week, which runs from June 1 to 8.